break or a silent moment in between patients and whatnot. I try to just kind of give you guys a little bit of update on some things and all that good stuff. So I do know right now, just like a lot of times, we don't have it to where YouTube is going to immediately notify any of you that I am live right now. We know that that's going to happen. So with that being said, just like I do in most of my live videos before people start to actually jump in and gather around, I usually kind of talk a little stuff, a little filibustering here and there. I just kind of, you know, just chit chat to you some. I see a few people in here right now already. I see Alex O'Reilly is in there. What's going on, Alex? O'Reilly. Gregory Fowler is in the house. Urban Southern Cookie 2 is in the house. Says good day, all. Good day to you all. I just want to jump on and do this real quick, ladies and gentlemen, because I told you guys I'm trying to turn over a new leaf on my channel and all that. I want to try to go live a whole lot more. Dead Cow is in the house. Linda Thornburg is in the house. Got Seth in the house. Cricket in the house. Michael Ramirez, Ken Hanks, Stacy G. Shaw, Terry Cooper, Bradley Nove, Kissy Welker, I'm sorry. Kihai Dog, Gloria Van Adder, Joseph, Dina, Roseanne Laurie, Maxine, Karen, Leo, Joseph, Lily's grandma, Gator the Gamer, Charles Bellin, Mr. Johnson, David Harrelson, Seth Guile, Roselle Presley, Robert Otworth, Giles Holmes, Greg Watkins, Robert A.L. Harris, Dead Kyle again in here. Hope you guys are all out there doing well. This probably is not going to be that long of a video, but you guys all know I kind of do a little bit of a filibustering and talking through the process. Appreciate y'all all being here. We got Laura in the house, got Keyhind in the house saying click that button, guys. Yeah, that's right. Hit that thumbs up button. I appreciate that. Kihindi, I think that's how you say it. I might be wrong. Mary, Tuscany, Faye Hall is in the house. Good old country girl is in the house. We got Lily's grandma says you are amazing. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you for that. Appreciate the $20 super chat there. God bless you for that. Suzanne is in the house. Michael Cheryl is in the house. Seth again. Patty John Boy from Alaska. Chillandy says, hey folks. Meg is in the house. Meg the Stallion. I'm joking. Renee Gamici, always a pleasure, sis. Always a pleasure. John is in the house. John Crathamel, and then John Barely, Kiki says, love the channel. Appreciate that. Country Boy's in the house. Thank God I'm a country boy. Laura's in the house. T-Rex is in the house. Tuscany again. We got Ghislaine. That's kind of close to Miss Maxwell. I don't know. I'm joking. 111 Truth is in the house. Ryan Shapiro, Matthew Dean, Tammy Finner. So we're about 3 minutes in, guys, and I'm going to go ahead and get ready to get into it. I appreciate you guys all being here. I see you, Guru, and I see you, Devs Lord, Jen, Don. So you guys all see the title right here, right? And it says that Joe Manchin, however you say his name, all of a sudden, Dory, I appreciate that. He was supposed to sentence President Trump, remember, for the hush money and everything like that, or for the, I forget which one. I don't know if you guys, it's so many things that they claim Trump has done, from the hush money to the hush money to the 34 counts and all that. It's so much stuff, man. Y'all get ready for this stuff to get thrown out. Urban Southern Cookie 2 with the $5 super chat. I really appreciate that, sis, and God bless you, sis. Hit the like button, everyone, to ensure that Ty's video gets pushed out on YouTube. Thank you. No, thank you for that. Urban Southern Cookie, really thank you for that. I really do appreciate that, seriously. So, guys, y'all, this is pretty wild, okay? And I want you guys to hear this. And when you hear this, you guys are going to be able to formulate your own opinion on this. So, without further ado, folks, I'm getting ready to show you guys what the news alert is. And guys, I don't even want to jump ahead. Just watch this. Just give me a second.
We've got a ruling based on the Associated Press saying this a moment ago. The judge has delayed a ruling on whether or not to dismiss President-elect Donald Trump's criminal conviction. These are 34 counts that came in at the end of May 30th. And the former president's been fighting it ever since, and the judge is going to sentence him prior to the election, then delayed it given the election itself. And so this is the ruling here. Just reading from the AP. A New York State judge has paused proceedings in the already decided criminal case on charges stemming from the hush money paid to a porn star. All right, the document reads, the judge had been set to decide by today whether or not the conviction could be vacated due to the ruling by the U.S. Supreme Court midsummer back in July on presidential immunity. Trump had also been scheduled to be sentenced on November 26. So this now is a whole new ball of wax. Ms. Dana.
Let's get Andy McCarthy up, and he can explain to us what this means. Is this kicking the can down the road? What does it mean, Andy?
Well, I think without having read it yet, Dana, my sense is that he's kind of cutting to the chase of what we discussed before, which is that, you know, you could have a situation where he made a ruling and then allowed on immunity and then allowed time for Trump to appeal it, which would tie it up for a number of years, because once he was president and was in office, they would be able to suspend the proceedings. It sounds like Judge Merchan is just leaping ahead to that conclusion and suspending proceedings while Trump is in office.
So this means when he's 83, the case comes back?
Yeah, well, if they deign to bring it back, I mean, look, it's a ridiculous case. There's a lot of reasons why it should be thrown out on appeal. Immunity is important to us for immediate purposes only because it's the only issue that's instantly appealable. But there's a bunch of reasons why this case should be thrown out. And I would hope that there'd be a good chance once President Trump is out of office as a twice elected American president, that at the age of 83, the New York authorities would decide that, you know, this case was already, whatever it was worth to them, they've gotten whatever value there was out of it. It was really only brought in the first place to try to prevent him from being elected. And since it didn't succeed, I think it should land on the dustbin of history, but that's just my view of it.
Andy, this is just, okay, you know, I have good dumb questions. So does he have to continue to...
Why are doctors using this weird lamp?
No, of course we get an ad in there.
And in 15 minutes, you know what's happened?
use private lawyers for this, or can the White House counsel's office take over?
Well, it's not necessarily either or, Dana, because he's got personal interests and there could also be public interests. So his personal interest is obviously his criminal liability. The public interest is whether having the proceedings interferes with his ability to carry out his constitutional duties as president. So since there's two sets of interests, there's no problem with having two sets of lawyers who work in their lanes on how this all plays out.
So Andy, what I'm hearing you say, give me a course correction if necessary, is that in the year 2029, when this case is brought back or continued, let's say, he will stand a very good chance at the appellate level to have this case appealed and potentially thrown out. Is that what you're saying?
That's right, Bill. And, you would pick up, I haven't read it yet, but...
Bruh, did y'all hear that? Are y'all hearing this? Listen to this again. Listen to this again.
He will stand a very good chance at the appellate level to have this case appealed and potentially. Hearing you say, give me a course correction if necessary, is that in the year 2029, when this case is brought back or continued, let's say, he will stand a very good chance at the appellate level to have this case appealed and potentially thrown out. Is that what you're saying?
That's right, Bill. And, you would pick up, I presume, again, I haven't read it yet, but I presume you would pick up right where we are now. And where we are now is we have a pending immunity issue. And as we saw in the Washington federal case, immunity, because it has to be fully litigated before you do anything else in a criminal case, or at least that's the way it's supposed to happen, it could take a long time just to sort that out before you get to all the other issues in the case.
Well, I'm just, it's kind of letting it all sink in. You think that...
Look, she don't even know what to say. She doesn't even know what to say, ladies and gentlemen, and that's a good thing. Did y'all catch that? Did you catch that? So all this dragging this out, this judge is supposed to sentence Trump. Now he delayed it. And now you're talking about they may be able to come back and revisit this to see what's what by the year 2029. So if Trump is 78 right now, 78, 79, 81, 82. What? Man, come on, y'all. I mean, this can we just go ahead and just say that it's over? Can we just say that it's over? This is something that is absolutely ridiculous. It doesn't need to continue on. Now, this is what I'm going to find interesting right here for a lot of you guys that some of you in here that may be, anti-Trump. You guys were really big on this whole deal with him and the Stormy Daniels things. If you go and actually do your own research, you will find out that Stormy Daniels flat out said numerous of times before this thing became political that Trump never did anything to her. He never forced her to do anything. He never did anything, blah, blah. She said it was consensual between two consenting adults, and she would never say that Trump took advantage of her and forced her to do anything. And then all of a sudden, President Trump's running again. And all of a sudden, well, maybe he did do this. Maybe he did do this. Maybe he did do that. That's a whole bunch of bull crap. Now, here's my deal. Here's the deal. This is what I find very, very, very interesting, y'all. I'm about to give you guys a hypothetical. Let's just say that Trump did indeed. Now, listen to me, because some of you guys are like, Ty, what? I'm trying to be slow with y'all. Let's just say, hypothetically, that President Trump did indeed give out hush money, right? Let's just say if he did do that. Why is it? Okay, he gives out hush money. Hypothetically, you guys would say that's wrong. And we all know that it's wrong. And we know that it's Trump that gave out the hush money, hypothetically, right? Now, what about what's going on right now with these A-list celebrities that are paying hush money to people who were sexually assaulted as minors, women that were sexually assaulted at the P. Diddy party, men who were sexually assaulted and raped at these P. Diddy parties? And right now, there are A-list celebrities paying these minors and paying these victims right now, not to mention their names, not to say anything. And then some of you, because you're so anti-Trump, what's your excuse for this right now? Y'all, it's amazing. If you're going to do it to Trump, why can't we get the names of those individuals, those A-list celebrities that is right? Don't believe me. Do not believe a word that I'm saying. Go and look it up yourself. The lawyer came out who are representing a lot of these victims and said that A-list celebrities are paying for these people who were sexually assaulted, be it minors or whoever, or adults, anybody that was sexually assaulted. These A-list celebrities are paying them hush money to not say nothing. And then you guys will all sit around and, well, no, there is no well. Why is it that we can, if, again, hypothetically, if Trump did indeed pay hush money to Stormy Daniels, why is it that we got Trump's name? Why is it that we know that Trump did it? Hypothetically. But right now, in real time, that is not a hypothetical. Why don't we know the names of these A-list celebrities that did these sexual acts to these minors? Why don't we know that right now? Why don't we know this right now, ladies and gentlemen? Anyway, check this out. I just wanted to bring you guys this short video, just to kind of inform you guys on the latest stuff that's going on with Trump. And as you can see right now, all of this stuff is falling. All of this is falling. What you guys need to wake up and understand, some of you that might be anti-Trump, whatever right now, you got Trump deranged syndrome. What you need to wake up and realize is this. If this system, black folks, let me throw y'all in here too, even though this pertains to all of us, but black folks, this so-called system that you guys said is all pent against us, right? You would think that a lot of people a lot of people that are black that experience anything like this, even if, and don't get me wrong, I know that the justice system is corrupt, but a lot of people that speak out about this corrupt justice system, you would think that you would look at this and say, man, if they can do something like that to a billionaire, surely we lowly, whether you make a $500,000 a year, $100,000 a year, $50,000 a year, $30,000 a year, surely if this so-called system, this justice system can do this to President Trump, you need to look at that as going, man, hold on. Even though, like I said, even if you don't like Trump, look at what they've done. And every last one of those things are collapsing. It's collapsing. It's made up. You need to ask yourself the question, why is it that they are coming against President Trump so hard right now? They will come after President Trump right now. Look what they did to Stormy Daniels. Then that lunatic woman that he so-called pushed into a women's changing room that he sexually assaulted, right? And then the new chick that popped up who claimed that President Trump sexually assaulted her, rubbing the side of her breast and rubbing her butt while smiling at Epstein back in 1993 in Epstein's home when Epstein didn't even own the home until 1996. All I'm saying is this. Why is it that all this stuff can be brought out about Trump and all these stories, all these allegations are coming out about Trump, but we still don't know the Epstein list yet? We still don't know the Epstein list yet, but we know all these women that I'm going to come out right now because I have to be brave. Women understand what I went through. I'm going to wait 30 years to say that Trump rubbed the side of my breast and my butt while smiling at Jeffrey. Come on, man. Come on, man. We're supposed to believe that. Now, guys, what makes this messed up is that there are real victims out there that have been sexually assaulted. But when you start to do this whole boy who cried wolf or girl who cried wolf thing over and over and over again, it completely desensitizes us to if it actually happened to a person. Now we're going to be skeptical with more doubt than we are belief, right? So what I'm saying that for is just like right now, I told a lot of black people, if you want to keep on calling everybody racist and everything racist, everything racist, everything racist, everything racist, people are going to become desensitized to it. And eventually, oh, so what? Who cares? Move on. I mean, that's what I'm telling y'all. That's what's going to happen. We as a society, if they keep on calling everything racist, everything transphobic, everything homophobic, everything misogynist, everything bigoted, everything xenophobic, if you keep on doing that and keep doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it, eventually as a society, we will become desensitized to it, and it will eventually get to the point where we don't even give a good goddamn gonna care anymore. So keep on doing it, watch what happens. And what's gonna make it sad is that if there is cases where racism, discrimination, sexual assault, where there is people who are bigoted or misogynist, xenophobic, homophobic, transphobic, if there are real incidents, it's going to be messed up for those individuals because people are going to be like, yeah, so what? Take a number. Who isn't racist? Who isn't xenophobic? Who isn't, that's where we're getting to. Slizzard Shroomer with the $2 super chat said, remember to vote in the midterms. Don't sleep on them. Oh, 400%, 100. Then there's another $5 super chat from Urban Southern Cookie. Says, we know why the Epstein isn't being published. It's allegedly because of who's is listed. I'm just saying allegedly. Exactly. I'm all for it. Why can't the American people know? Why you know what? Because I'm pretty sure we're going to see y'all. I'm hoping that this is going to be I told people already, we're in the time right now where there's revelation going on, but we looking at it the wrong way. See, everything that is happening to Trump, I think we're looking at it the wrong way. You're looking at everything happening to Trump, all the allegations, everything like, man, look what's happening to Trump. No, what we need to be looking at is, look who's doing it to Trump. Look who's doing it to Trump. The ones who are coming out and doing this to Trump are part of a demonic, evil system. These people are working with spiritual entities to carry out this work because they don't want the truth to be revealed. And that's what we're all supposed to be about, is the truth. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling y'all right now, in here right now, you guys, the reason why I can tell you guys that if you don't abide by this system, if you don't abide by this system and you go against the grain, stuff can happen to you. You guys seen what happened to Kanye West, right? You seen what Kanye West started, when Kanye West started speaking against the system. You guys all seen what happened with him, right? If you start to speak out against the system and you pose any kind of threat to that system, they will come after you and they can do anything they want to you. So some of you guys in here right now, some of you in here right now that say, man, dude, you just saying a whole bunch of bull crap. You're just saying a whole bunch of bull crap, dude. There is no body coming after you. There is no system. There is none of that right there. I would beg your pardon, because you want to know, you know what? That system that we're talking about right now, when you actually speak out against this system in great debt, when you actually expose them for what they are, that system will come after you. Oh, you're just a conspiracy theorist, Ty. You're just making up stuff. Okay, so then if I am just a conspiracy theorist that's just making up stuff, then can you guys explain to me why that system came after me? I'm just a person that actually is looking out for my kids. I'm just a person that's looking out for my fellow American brothers and sisters. I'm just a person that's exposing this so-called corrupt system. And the minute I started speaking out about evil entities working with these people in these positions of government, I started talking about how these people are working with what you can call them Nephilim, you can call them fallen angels, spiritual entities, you can call, they're all evil. Why is it that when I started speaking out against that, all of a sudden I get placed on a domestic terrorist list? Huh? What are you talking about, Ty? I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you asked. Look at that. Who's that right there? Who's that guy? Who's that guy right there? Does he look familiar to y'all? Does he look familiar? Does that look familiar? Read what it says right there. Right? Why, so wait, why am I a threat? Why am I a threat, ladies and gentlemen? This is what President Biden and Merrick Garland, the Department of Justice, this is what they did to your boy. Huh? Look at that. You see it? FBI concerned parents as domestic terrorists. I got labeled a domestic terrorist and I was placed on a no-flight list. For what?
Department, Ty, we wanted to bring you in because we saw that fiery exchange you had as well. I don't have time to play it, but it's very interesting to me that you're in Illinois. Keisha is from Florida, but was in Virginia. This is national.
Uh-oh, we got it.
This isn't bound by state borders. It's not bound by right versus left ideology. It turns out caring for your kids is nonpartisan.
Right. It's absolutely just absurd. I mean, if they want to label me as some sort of domestic terrorist, I think I need to kind of redirect them to who the real domestic terrorist was, you know, AKA the summer of love that we just had with Black Lives Matter burning different things down and different groups, and with George Floyd death going around tearing up neighborhoods, tearing up stores, so-called saying they're doing this all in the name of reparations and all that. I think they got the wrong definition of what a domestic terrorist is.
So tell us what your pushback was as well. Keisha said that they were teaching a derivative critical race theory in the school. She pushed back. She didn't like that. Well, what is yours as a parent? What didn't you like your kids being taught in school?
Oh, my son's going to be taught that they can do anything they can and they want to in life, just like their dad did, as long as they put their mind to it. And I will never put this type of ideology in any child's mind, that they will not be able to accomplish what they want to in America based off their skin color. If that was the case, why are these different countries trying to flock to America for the opportunities that America has here? If there was a such thing as this race theory that's actually prohibiting any person of color from achieving any goals and dreams that they want to in America.
So what do you think of Keisha's idea of a mass exodus from the public school system?
I think that is absolutely 100%. I will back that up. I will push parents to do that, because what they're trying to do is indoctrinate our children to bring in this crazy ideology that is founded and rooted in Marxism. And if parents do have enough, you know, encouragement and see that there's a lot of people on their side, I think that would be an awesome thing to do to show America that we are not joking around when it comes to our children. They think they can do and say what they want to our children right now.
You know, very, very quickly, Ty, you know, this school board, they're paid
by your tax dollar. They should be answering to you, yet you don't feel that. I would say they're not answering to you. They're telling you what to do. Final thought.
No, absolutely not. If I'm paying you, and I'm paying you, that means kind of like you're my employee. You don't tell me what to do. I'm your boss. So that's the type of attitude I'm going to have towards that. And that's the type of attitude a lot of parents need to have towards these school board members. They need to be reminded that we are the ones that's paying them, so they need to listen.
And therein lies why the school board and the education unions are pushing the FBI and Merrick Garland to push back against teachers, because they don't want that. They don't want the world to know that you, in fact, Ty Smith, are the boss and they are working for you. Ty Smith, thank you so much for your time.
Ladies and gentlemen, so check this out. It's so crazy. That's so crazy that happened right there, right? So that's just to show you proof right there how these folks will come after you. But guess what? I was not scared. They tried to pull everything on me. They couldn't find a speeding ticket. Wrong Negro. They couldn't find anything. They went to all different states that I lived in, and they wanted to find the colleges that I went to and all that. They tried to find everything and get anything they can on me, but it did not do a god dang on thing. So what I'm telling you guys right now, why would out of the blue would I get put on a domestic terrorist list and a no-flight list for doing what? For protecting my kids? For protecting my community? For not wanting no crazy, ridiculous ideology to put into our schools? And guess what? We did it. We did it, ladies and gentlemen. And that's why videos like this, it made it to President Trump. I ended up in the White House talking with President Trump. And guess what? Guess where President Trump is announcing, ladies and gentlemen? I don't know. You guys might see it later on. President Trump is announcing that he is going to be doing away with what? Huh? He is going to be doing away with the Department of Education. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you put hard work in, folks. That's what you do as a that's what we're supposed to do as we the people, as Americans. We look too much on a big stage. No, do it in your local municipalities, do it in your local communities, get things going there, and then you get on board and network with other people, encourage them to do it in their communities, and you see this thing is starting to snowball. So now, guess what? Now President Trump's saying that he's going to be getting rid of the Department of Education. That way, none of this bull crap that I spoke out against, all this critical race theory, all this gender studies and ideology and trans reading, all that bull crap, all of it can get put out of our schools, because it has nothing to do, it's irrelevant to our children becoming normal, working, smart citizens in America, plain and simple. All that dumb stuff, top for no reason. They want to divide us and have us fighting amongst each other, getting white kids to feel bad about being white, getting black kids to hate white kids because of this dumb stuff they're trying to put into our school systems. And for you speaking up as a parent, and they thought that I was going to sit there and cave. I know my rights. You can say what you want to try to come for my sons. I have every right by law to protect my children, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, period. I don't care. Well, the school going to have to answer to me. Well, I'm getting my kids out of the school. That's it, period. Well, we don't like him. Oh, well, don't like me. Those are my kids. Those don't belong to y'all. What you talking about? Anyway, y'all, appreciate you guys all being here. I just wanted to throw that out there real quick, y'all. It's another win, and we're going to keep on winning. And all of you out there that are sore losers right now, well, watch what happened with Trump. You're not going to be saying that in 2 years. I know I'm not going to be saying that. I'm going to be still talking about the gains that I'm gaining. If I gained under Biden administration, in spite of how horrible it was, what makes you think I'm going to depreciate under Trump? Come on now, try that. You got the wrong Negro. Anyway, y'all, don't forget to hit that like button on the way out of here. If you're on the phone, double tap the screen for me, please, if you would. That way you can get the video a thumbs up before y'all get out of here. I am Ty Smith, model Renaissance man, and I hope and pray that every last one of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.